Welcome to News Now Alberta. This is Special Ed. Going to Toronto today to look into the beating of Dafonte Miller by Officer Michael Theriault. Well, Michael Theriault and his brother, but his brother is not getting anything.
Mr. Michael Theriault, no longer a Toronto police officer. Documents from a police disciplinary tribunal confirm the disgraced and now former constable tendered his immediate resignation on April 19th, exactly 2 weeks ago. The prosecutor for the service informed the tribunal today. Theriault was sentenced to 9 months in jail for the assault back in December of 2016 of Dafonte Miller, who was only 19 at the time. Miller, a black man, lost an eye in the beating at the hands of the white police officer. The Court of Appeal upheld the sentence, saying the racial and power dynamic is absolutely relevant here. Theriault was under suspension for almost 5 years, according to the Toronto Star, but was still drawing his full salary until he was sentenced to his jail time back in November of 2020. His lawyer, Michael Lacey, tells the Star his client accepts the reality that he would have been fired from Toronto Police at the hands of the tribunal anyway, so he has resigned. Mark Douglas, City News.
So Michael Theriault and his brother chased his poor victim and beat him with a metal pipe. The officer was charged with aggravated assault and obstruction of justice, even if they said they were acting in self-defense. His brother was cleared of everything, and Michael was found guilty of assault. He beat a man with a pipe until he lost his eye, and they found this was not aggravated assault. That's aggravated any day in my court.
And a reminder, some of the images in this case are hard to look at. Let's go to CTV's Austin Delaney for more on the sentencing at the Oshawa courts. Austin.
Well, Michael Theriault's family crying in the courtroom, his brother sobbing outside as the Toronto police officer was led away in handcuffs to a holding cell downstairs. Toronto Police Constable Michael Theriault arriving at the Oshawa court this morning, where he would be sentenced to 9 months in jail, 12 months probation for the assault on Dafonte Miller 4 years ago. An act of gratuitous violence on a person who was vulnerable, the judge called the assault that caused Miller to lose an eye. He completely failed to follow his training, the judge said of the constable. The commission of this offense was a breach of the public's trust. He was found guilty of assaulting Miller, beating him with a lead pipe, believing Miller was breaking into his truck, searching for spare change. Both lives have been changed forever. The sentence I impose will not undo the harm to Mr. Miller. But the judge said a message of denunciation must be sent out for the harsh beating on an unarmed black man, and nothing short of jail would do that. The black community has suffered great wounds because of racism, noting he was punishing Theriault for the crimes he committed, not the crimes committed by others. So Theriault's stay in jail won't be very long today. He's expected to walk out of those doors, the courtroom doors, later this afternoon. His defense team has filed an appeal. The Crown has conceded that he can leave on bail while the appeal is heard. Reporting live in Oshawa, I'm Austin Delaney.
All he got for this is 9 months, which is a joke. If the victim would have beaten the cop with a pipe, they would have locked him up for 20 years for sure. The thin blue line is a joke in this country. They get away with almost anything. That cop deserved a beating, and I hope he got one in jail. This is an older story, but it took so long to finally get resolved. The officer was suspended with pay for 5 years, so he got to stay home and have a 5 year paid vacation. What do you think of this? Should he have been fired on the spot? His resigning gives him his pension. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Please like, share, and subscribe, and join my Patreon where for $1 a month you get my videos a week in advance with other perks coming. Thank you.